some of our main clients are, for example, Germany or other countries in the region, in Europe, that have a lot of clients in Russia. So maybe the Catalan company doesn't have a client in Russia per se, but its German client does. So there's all these indirect effects that the longer the situation, this war drags on, then these issues start to appear. Also, the indirect effects, we've been reading about them in the news every day. The increase in prices in energy, oil, gas, etc. You go to supermarkets, you don't find sunflower oil, but it's more because of a panic buy rather than an actual problem with supply. So there is scarcity and there's higher prices. I think, everyone in the food processing industry and also the animal kind of feed sector, they're finding that all cereals, the prices have gone up, even if there's not a scarcity of supply, but because there's this forecast, there will be prices now already hiking up. Regarding sunflower oil, it's not as easy to find alternative markets, especially because the volumes of production that to the world of sunflower oil, they're very, very focused on the Ukraine and Russia. So basically here, maybe the solution or the alternative is to find product substitution. So there are some alternatives identified, especially for corn producers. All the ministers of agriculture last week met, and they decided to reduce the regulations for the import of corn from Argentina and from Brazil to make sure there are no problems in the supply chain. Then some of them have ceased or reduced activity. Some of them are carrying on the activity. It's not so easy to, just stop producing. And also, the Russian government has, it's trying, is not yet. They've been threatening to nationalize the companies that are stopping activity. So we're monitoring this very closely because this is extremely worrying. But what we're tending to find is that mainly the industrial companies that are established in these countries, well, some of them, in the Ukraine have had to stop, but some of them are still working, especially if they're in the western part of the Ukraine.